Spy report is coming up soon. You know what? While we're on meat, let's call the butcher really quick. I have a really quick question for the butcher. This is not a prank call. This is actually, I'm on the side with the butcher on this one. I've been noticing that when I go to the butcher, whether it be Whole Foods or anywhere else, that people are extremely rude to the butcher. So this is just one of Mike's little investigations. This is not a crank. This is not even really that funny. I just figured I'm going to do this. I want to get to the bottom of it, so I might as well do it on the show. So this is, we're calling butchers. And this is a thing where I'm like, people are rude to the butcher. You'll see. I'll explain it to this guy. And then, of course, we'll get them all wound up and see where it takes us. People love calls on the show, so we're going to call them. 1100. And if you agree with me, let me know. Here we go.
Thank you for calling Whole Foods in Sauganash. This is Brian. How can I help you?
Yeah, can I speak to the butcher, please?
Yeah, one moment.
Thank you so much. I always feel like the manager, too, is like, why do you want to speak to the butcher? He's my employee, you know. Anything you have to say to him, you could say to me. That's what I would be like if I was the boss there.
Meat department, can I help you?
Yeah, I got a question for you. It's not really not really meat related, but I was just wondering, you know, I come into the Whole Foods a lot to the butcher, and I was just wondering, and you could just feel free to answer me honestly here. Are people in general rude to the butcher?
If people in general are rude to the butcher?
Do you think people are kind of rude to the butcher?
At least not to me.
Really? You wouldn't say that you encounter a lot of assholes demanding, give me that. Did they say...
no.
No, really?
Not at all.
Okay, put me on the phone with another butcher. You're obviously scared to be deported. Put me on the phone with another butcher. A white, please. White butcher.
Okay, hold on.
Because you're not going to... He thinks this is like a setup from corporate. He's like, no, everyone's very nice, very nice. You know? Trust me, the whites know what I'm talking about. The butcher answers the phone. Sounds like a two-bit joint. No, this is Whole Foods. The butchers have a phone. The butchers, people don't know this, the butcher is the pharmacy of the supermarket, man. They're respected. They're like the highest paying gig there. All right. Hopefully we'll get a white butcher. Because obviously you saw what that was. That was... Mr. David, no, trust me, you are all very nice to me, and I appreciate my position here at Whole Foods. No. You could be honest. Salvador. Okay. We're waiting for another butcher to answer the phone. The butcher's answering service. Busy cutting right now. Give me a white, So... Funny story, and maybe I'll call Mariano's again. Give me that number for the Mariano's we went to. I can't. Hello?
Oh, thank you for holding. This is Marcelino.
Yeah, are you the butcher?
No, I'm one of the associate store managers. Is something I can help you with?
Yeah, why? Did you get a nasty report before you picked up this call?
No, the butcher that was the one who passed me the calls seems to be the person that you might have just spoken with. He's the only butcher in house.
Yeah, did
right
he
now.
say anything? Did he say anything to you about me? Anything alarming?
There was, not really. What is there something? Did someone earlier that you spoke to? Is something you're looking for? Because one of our
there is
butchers,
something
Matt,
I'm looking for. Actually, I'm looking for an answer to a couple questions here. I come into Whole Foods all the time, and I see a lot of people being rude to the butcher. And I was calling the butcher. I was hoping that he was going to tell me the truth. I think he was a little scared, as if it was some sort of test. He didn't want to tell me if people were being rude. So maybe, do you ever experience people kind of being short with the butcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I experience that a lot. Like in the meat department, I definitely know when we're out of a certain cut or maybe we can't fulfill an order or something like that.
Yeah, I think there should be a sign up. Be nice to the butcher or something similar to get the point across that this butcher, he's You guys are equals here. He's helping you out. You want some meat, you know. They're very rude to the butcher, and I think the butchers are afraid to say anything. And I think, hear me out here, I think it's making the butchers not really want to do their best. You know, they don't want to give it their all when they're like, these fucking white people, they come in, they tell me, what's this, what's that? You know, and you know who it is, too? It's, of course, the women are the nastiest who come in, those women. And second nastiest is the husbands who have no idea how to cook, and they don't even know anything about steaks. So they come in and they go, what's a good one for grilling? Yeah. And they're like drinking wine. They've picked up wine at your bar. That makes me sick, by the way, that the people who need to drink while they're grocery shopping. Have you seen this? What do you need a drink for? It's the middle of the day. You don't need a drink. You know, put it down. And they've got a tucked-in shirt, drinking, you know, because they have such a bad family. They need to escape and have a drink at the store. So you don't have to be afraid. What I'm saying, have a little spine. The customer's not always right, and they need to be trained a little more because they're off the hook. I mean, they're out of control. Off the hook.
I'm sorry.
No, go on.
Did you see like an interaction today or recently?
Yeah. Every time I'm there's some bitch talking to the butcher as if he's, you know, a slave from the old slave days. Fix me this, butcher. You know, and these poor guys, they don't have the guts to say anything. But you know what happens? Then I come in. I'm the nicest guy there. And your butchers, they take it out on me. Your butchers then start treating me as if I'm going to be an asshole, too. What do you need, boss? What'll it be, boss? I'm not your boss. Don't worry about it. Me and you could be good friends. I want to have a nice relationship with the butcher. I feel like it's being ruined by your other clientele. And I'd like to report those people and, you know, make this a better place for all of us. What do you say? You with me?
Well, as far as for, you know, if say one of our butchers is having a difficult time with a team member, they definitely are trained to, you know, take a step back, you know, call. I thought
you were going to say like they're trained to like disarm them.
No, our team members, you know, the second someone is cursing at one of our team members.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about cursing. These are subtle things, you know, that only I could pick up on, really. So that's why I felt like you needed a call. You know, you're not... The butchers, if the butchers are ever in a cranky mood, sit them down, go, what's been going on here? Were people treating you wrong? And then you need to stick up for the butcher. You know? It's not the customer's always right. Those customers are trash.
Yeah, you know, I've been in food retail for over 20 years, and you know, I've been a service manager, you know, hospitality, but
I'm not really interested in your criminal history, but listen, all I'm saying is when I'm in there, I want the red carpets out, okay? I'm a nice guy. My name's Mike. I think that maybe a discount.
Me?
What's that?
My criminal history?
You're still hung up on that?
What is that? What does that mean?
You were just talking. Yeah, your history, your criminal history, you know, same thing.
Sir, I don't know what that has to do with me talking about the retail experience at Whole Foods Market.
I think maybe there was a misunderstanding there.
Is there something else I can answer or help you with?
No. None at all. That was perfect. Thank you.
All right, Mike. Take care.
Wow. He remembers my name. Okay, there it was. The Whole Foods. People being rude to the butcher.
I think that every week you should just call someone and tell them one of your thoughts.
Yeah,
if it's not a prank, then we can get some new perspective around here. Just telling a random person one of your ideas.
Yeah. And that would make the country better. I love that he hung up on it, because usually if you say something really fast in a prank like that and then bury it with some more conversation, they in their head, like, he heard criminal history, but usually you bury it and then they go, I must have misheard him, whatever. And they move on from it. But this guy stopped me like a minute later and he goes, excuse me, criminal history?
He was like, and I
was like, what are you still thinking about that for? You know? He was really, that really threw him off. Wow. Criminal, you never know what's going to get these guys, too. That's why you got to say a bunch of stuff. All right, that was Colin Whole Foods.